A lot of people talk about cannabis and where that is with the consumer. Cannabis has actually already surpassed things like alcohol. One very simple example, looking at search instances of, say, beer versus weed. We're talking about venue owners that are used to making money off of F&B, food and beverage. The B part of F&B is the highest margin part of, say, a venue owner's P&L. When they have concerts that are heavily, say, Gen Z oriented, the math is starting to not add up as well. Why am I not making as much money in these events as I used to? Brands like Liquid Death, literally water in a can, insanely good marketing, but it belies a deeper point here that the consumer's already voting with their wallets to do something different. Hemp Beverages in particular, their epicenter right now is in Minnesota because of some specific laws that have been put in place in that market. Anywhere that you can buy beer, you can technically buy these hemp beverages. Consumers are flocking to these products. This is a liquor store owner who's saying for the first time ever in their top 10 products sold in their entire store was a THC hemp beverage. There are people that are catching on. They too can make money out of this trend. This drumbeat is going to keep getting louder. We can try to debate cannabis versus hemp. The reality is it's all cannabinoids. It's all from cannabis. When we think about it from the consumer's perspective, they don't know the difference. In some respects, you don't need to overcomplicate things. It's not that complicated in the consumer's minds. And when you make this product available to people, they very clearly are happy to purchase it. I think in regulated cannabis, there was a long years period of time where people said beverages don't work. And that actually has been true in cannabis dispensaries. At best, you're talking about 2% of sales of a given dispensary. And if you actually walk into a dispensary and visually look at the amount of shelf space that beverages are allotted versus, say, all the other products, it's probably around 2 to 5%. Think about how many facings there are across gas stores, convenience stores, liquor stores, grocery stores for beverages, period. There's a massive difference going on here. And the light bulb moment for us was, oh my God, the consumer that's going into the dispensary is not necessarily looking for, let's say, low dose beverages. They are looking for low price and high potency products. What we have realized is that the consumer that the beverage industry and cannabis has been trying to attract has been very sporadically going into the dispensaries in the first place. It's not part of their purchase behavior day to day. But instead, you look at something like a liquor store that's part of someone's day-to-day activity, that's where you're actually seeing this uptake. I'll just share, we at Delta Emerald have a house view. We think it will be a bifurcated market. Low-dose beverages available literally anywhere that you can buy beer, and high-dose products available in specialty retail stores. Yep. There's a lot of precedent for that type of approach, and we think that that's actually where you're going to be able to bifurcate entry points for new consumers, and then as consumers, let's say, build a tolerance for the product or are interested in trying other things, then they go to a specialty retail store where they get the proper education that maybe you can't rely on a grocery store stockist to provide. So that's what we're hopeful to see in the future.